Hello!
Hello!
Hey everybody!
Hey
Welcome, welcome,
guys!
welcome to our first weekly video, our first Thoughtful Thursday. We're so glad you guys are here. My name is Cooper. This is my friend Haley. We're so
Hey
happy to be
guys!
here. Even though it's virtually, we're glad that we can still come together and hang out. As we thought about what do we want to talk about? If we hung out every single day, what would we do? And we have this fun mix of things like this where we get to be a little bit more thoughtful and think through what's the Bible have to say about some things, and then some fun things which we'll talk about later. But today is Thoughtful Thursday, and Haley is much more thoughtful than I am, so she's gonna really be kind of running the
Not
show today. I'm just kind of here to hang out. But I'm gonna hand it off to her for a little bit.
Yeah, guys, I am so excited to be with you guys. I miss you so much. So this is so fun for us to get to be together, to get to hang out. I know I was texting my life group, just wanting you guys to just come and hang out with us every single day during our live shows. But today is Thoughtful Thursday, and guys, this is a time that as a junior high ministry, we want to get to love and serve on our community. Each week, we are going to be discussing something new that we can spread into our community and to uplift those around us. There's a lot of talk about what's spreading in our community that's not a good thing. And so we want to look at what are some things that we can spread in our community that are uplifting and that are encouraging. Guys, so many things have been canceled over the last few weeks, and we know that you guys are feeling it hard, and we are so in it with you. But something that will never be canceled, guys, is the opportunity for us to get to spread hope and to spread joy and to spread the love of Jesus to those around us. So today, we are actually going to be talking about the gift of spreading encouragement.
Ooh.
Yeah, encouragement. So, guys, I know that this is a crazy, insane time. Sometimes it's hard to get our focus off of our own situation and onto maybe something else. Maybe online school has got you feeling absolutely crazy. Um, maybe you're missing your friends so much, or you guys just want to go shopping or go to a movie and you're just like, please get me out of my house. I love my family, but not this much.
Mm.
See, I get it. But guys, at this time, there's actually so many more people who are either on the front lines of what's happening and trying to keep us safe in hospitals, or they're working hard to keep food in our stores so that we can have food in our homes. Or guys, maybe they are just people in your community who are maybe a little bit more at risk of getting sick than we are. And these people, guys, need to know that they are not alone. I don't know about you, Cooper, but we've been doing this for what, 12 days or something, and I'm already feeling a little crazy and a little alone and isolated.
Oh man, it's insane. There's a good chance one of my kids could walk in through one of these doors in a second. And that's been my life basically. Every 5 minutes, a little interruption. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So guys, that is what we want to do today is we just want to take time to think about those around us and maybe not what we're going through personally. So I want you guys to think maybe right now about a really difficult time that you had in your life. Maybe it was something that someone said to you that hurt your feelings, or maybe you were just going through a really difficult time, and then someone came in and encouraged you,
Mm.
and that allowed you to keep moving. That allowed you to keep stepping through and taking the next steps through things. So maybe you guys were having a hard day at school, or maybe you had a really bad test, or something like that. And then someone just told you that they loved your outfit, or that you had a really good win on Fortnite the night before, or something that
Mm.
made you, I mean, just I understand about how good it makes you feel. So guys, that's what we're going to do right now is we're going to think about those opportunities. Like Cooper, do you, I don't know, have a moment that you could think of that made your life you're really, really sad and someone encouraged you?
Um, yeah, I think one that I immediately went to before I came here to Mariners to be junior high pastor. I worked somewhere else, and I was going through just kind of a hard time. I just felt down, like things weren't going well and things weren't going good. And I had a friend who I actually hadn't talked to in a long time. It had been a while, who just sent me this text message saying, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know I've like been following you on social media, and I just wanted, for some reason, I felt this need to encourage you," and sent this super heartfelt message. And um, I don't know, that's the thing that I immediately thought of. And in that moment, I needed someone to speak into me and to encourage me. And so even if it's a random friend that I haven't talked to in a couple of years, to be able to get that was really cool. And so encouragement is so powerful. I need it often. My wife is one of the best encouragers I know also. So that's very helpful in life, because she always brings me back to reality and encourages me in who I am in Christ, and all of that, and kind of anchors me down. So
good. Yeah, I was just thinking my own personal life, just even this last week has been so crazy. And a friend who I hadn't talked to, similar to your story, maybe in 2 years, reached out to me and texted me just, "Hey, I've been thinking about you and praying for you." And come to find out, we are actually walking through very similar situations in our life right now. And neither one of us had any idea. And so it was just really cool. And so, I think there's something just really spiritual about that the Lord speaks to people. And when you feel that prompting to encourage, always do it, because it's going to make someone feel so much better and uplift their day. So guys, that's what we're going to do. These moments of encouragement help us to continue, and they give us courage. Like, that's what that word means. It gives you courage to keep moving forward. So today I want us to focus on how we can be an encouragement to those around us. So some ideas are, we're going to challenge you guys to write a letter to someone in your neighborhood or community. See, it
like
could be,
we're talking snail mail letter, like on
like
paper
an
with a pen.
actual letter. Like, I got my card right here. I'm ready. My pens. I am ready to write an actual letter. This is crazy, guys, but I think it's going to mean a lot. There's something really meaningful about it, don't you think, Cooper? Like actually getting a letter someone wrote down with their hand.
It's true. I mean, I love a good text message. Like, an encouraging, really great. But to know that someone like spent the extra time to handwrite something and mail it, or send it or drop it off or something, definitely it takes it to the next level, especially in today's day and age when you could so easily send that in a text message.
Absolutely. So that's what we're going to try and do. So guys, it could be an elderly person who maybe is more at risk of getting sick. Maybe you see them walking around every single day, or maybe it's your supermarket checker who's working long hours at the grocery store. Or guys, maybe it's a healthcare worker, like a nurse or a doctor that you know personally that's been on the front lines during the coronavirus, just kind of working long hours and putting themselves at risk in order to keep us safe. Cooper, have you thought about who maybe someone you're going to write a letter to?
I had a little bit of a heads up that we were doing this, so I got to think a little bit more. There's one of our neighbors, in this whole situation that's been going on, Emily and I have actually gotten the opportunity to, Emily's my wife, have gotten the opportunity to kind of meet a couple more of our neighbors just because of the craziness of it all. And so, and because we're always home. And there's this one lady, she's an elderly lady. Her name is Lois. She lives alone. Her husband passed away a couple of years ago. And so she's like the first person that came into my head. She loves our cat. She's always petting our cat and like talking to Kevin.
Oh,
my cat's name is Kevin. So I don't know, that would be an easy one to reach out to and write a letter. So that's what I immediately thought of.
That's so good. I love it. I think I'm going to write a letter. There's a young girl who works at my grocery store, and she, every single time, I mean, they've been working crazy hours, and the lines, I know some of you guys have seen it. Some of you guys have even been posting about just how much food is missing from the shelves and stuff. Well, guys, think about the people who are checking all that food out. Like, that's insane. And so, she's so grateful. The other day I talked to her and she said, I said, "How are you doing?" And she goes, "I'm just really grateful to have a job. I'm really grateful that I'm working, and I'm really grateful that I get to just be here to be a smile for someone." And I'm like, wow, like, she is doing so much. And so I think I'm going to write her a note And then the next time I go grocery shopping, gonna put it on the pile of my groceries as it goes down the belt, and hopefully that brightens her day. So I think that's what we're gonna do.
I love it.
So Cooper, I think there's something else that makes encouragement so powerful. And what is that?
Yes, there is. I thought we were going to show some examples of those cards.
Oh, you're
I'm
so right. Let's show
ready for
the
that.
examples. We're live, people. Let's show
I'm
some examples.
so ready for the examples that
I'm so sorry.
we have the grandma who got a card, which is so sweet.
Oh, yes, she's so sweet.
Like there's some pre-written stuff we found, like just little fun things. Yeah, those are all
I love the
great.
healthcare work one with the picture. I think it's so great.
Oh, they wrote something sweet to her. That's so great. I love that.
I know. So there's so many ideas, guys, and you are so creative. I know some of you guys, some of you guys out there, maybe you guys are like into graphic novels or comic strips. Girls too. Everyone can read a good graphic novel.
That's
but maybe
right, they can.
Yes, but maybe you want to write something like that, or just draw a picture or something encouraging in your letter as well.
That's good. I like the creativity. I like art. That's fun. I do, like you were saying, there is something more to just, I mean, a fun card and like being thoughtful is so great. But what's cool is that Jesus calls us to be encouragers. He calls us to encourage one another and to love one another. There's a couple verses that I got here. First one's 1 Thessalonians 5:11. It says, therefore, encourage one another and build one another up, just as you are doing. Just encouraging it. Like if we go into God's word, there's so many examples of Jesus encouraging people, and also in turn for us to need to encourage others as well. One more verse is this one. And let us consider how to stir up one another to love and good works. Because what's beautiful, I think what's beautiful about encouragement is it's kind of contagious. Like once you start encouraging someone, whenever someone encourages me, I always get this feeling of, man, I needed that, and I feel like I need to pay it forward and encourage someone else too. And so it's not just one of those things that's just being nice. I think it's something that God asks us to do. And so this Thursday, as we're sitting here talking about how can we be thoughtful in this world that we're living in right now, that's a lot about, I mean, I've been thinking a lot about myself and my family and my worries and my struggles and my fears. But there's a lot of fears for other people and a lot of struggles for other people too. And so to stop and be thoughtful about someone else and our neighbors, and that, I mean, we have a limited circle of people that we can actually interact with right now. And so it's actually easier for us to think of who could we encourage. Maybe the person we need to encourage is actually in our house. Maybe it's our mom and dad, or it is a neighbor, or it's someone at the grocery store. So I think just stepping into what Jesus is calling us to do is really cool. So you're going to walk us through a little bit more of like what exactly does it look, because writing a letter, I could use a little bit more guidance than that. I don't know where to start. I'm not the best letter writer in the world. So we got a little bit of something.
I mean, honestly, Cooper, I like writing letters. I know a few of my friends are incredible at writing letters. But I even had to refresh like my memory on, okay, how do I write a good letter? So we thought we would give you guys some practical ways of some helping tips on how to write a letter. So the first is this: let them know that, number one is this: let them know that you're thinking of them. You could say something like at the beginning, hey, I'm thinking about you, or I want you to know that you are on my mind. Or even maybe it's someone that you know, and you're going to mail it to them. I missed you. I miss you. Something like that, just that lets you know that you were thinking of them. In your encouraging letter, mention how they came to your mind, tell them about it in your letter and encourage them by sharing how they have been on your mind and in your thoughts. That's number one.
That's great. I like that a lot. Number two is just sharing that word of encouragement. So what is it that you want to encourage them in? Maybe it's a word of cheer, like celebrate them, or comfort, like, they're going through a hard time. Maybe you have a Bible verse or a quote from someone that's inspiring you, or maybe you don't have that and you need to look one up. I think that's a good opportunity too for you to open up your Bible and look into what that looks like. But but I do think when we write things of encouragement, we want to kind of avoid statements like it will get better soon, or saying like I know exactly what you're going through, just because you don't know exactly what they're going through. You aren't them, and so just to protect that a little bit. But maybe sharing a thought from when you, like, I had a hard time once, and this is how I felt, and just being able to relate a little bit, but also understanding that everyone's a little bit different as well.
That's really
So
good.
share a word of encouragement.
I love it. And that kind of comes along with the third one, which is add a personal touch, right? Like, what makes this person special to you? What have you observed about this person? Do you love that this person is persevering? Do you love their heart for others? The fact that they're, maybe it's a healthcare worker. You love the fact that they are willing to put themselves at risk in order to for the safety of other people. What is it that you are connecting with that person? A personal touch always goes a long way for when you write a letter. Some examples of that are, your strength and perseverance is such an example to me. I love that one. That is such an encouraging thing to hear, that not only is someone doing something incredible, but that they are encouraging another person in what they are doing, right? That is such a win. Or I'm so thankful to have met you. Something like that. Something personal, a personal touch is number 3. So guys, as you can see, let's go over the 3 is, number 1 is let them know that you're thinking of them. Number 2, share a word of encouragement or comfort. And number 3, add personal touch. Maybe, and also in the personal touch, maybe you're really funny. Like, add some comic relief into it too, right? Like,
there's some funny people out there.
People love a good, funny, encouraging letter. But guys, we're excited about this. I think it's going to make an excellent and incredible impact in our community. So this is what we're asking you to do this week. All right. We are going to write 2 to 3 letters to people in our community. Some examples: healthcare workers, nurses, doctors, elderly, neighbors, supermarket workers, maybe someone, like Cooper said, in your own house. Maybe it's your mom and dad who's been making so many meals they don't even know what to do with themselves. So much cooking and dishes. So much. Number 2, and then you're going to drop off the letter. You're also going to maintain social distancing. So if you're dropping it at their door, maybe drop it off at their door, send a text, hey, I left a letter for you, or I'm sure they will open their door and find it, or leave it in their mailbox. And then lastly is this, guys, take a photo of it and share it on our junior high Instagram, because we want to see how you guys are getting out and loving on our community. And possibly we are even going to choose a couple and have them on our Youth Night Live next Wednesday. Ooh. So that's what we're going to do. Right, 2 to 3 letters. We're going to drop it off, and we're going to make sure we take a photo and let junior high and post it to our junior high Instagram.
I like that. Hey, while you were talking, I asked who were they thinking about writing letters to. We got a couple answers. Grace says she's writing to her aunt and her neighbors. Garrett said he's writing me a letter, so I better get that.
Wow,
I know, it's very thoughtful of him. Oh my gosh. So funny. I love this. I'm excited about this. I really hope that you guys take this seriously. You have plenty of time to write a letter, so take some of that time and just encourage someone.
I love it so much. So guys, we are going to be doing this every week, right, Cooper? We're going to be doing this every week.
Yes.
Next week.
It's an experiment. We're trying it.
We'll trying.
See. Right now, that's our plan. Is just here's the truth. We miss you guys, and we want to connect with you guys however we can. And so if this is the way that we have to do it, so be it. We're going to connect digitally. We're going to have fun. We're going to challenge you guys. We're going to talk about what the Bible has to say. But what you've got a little bit, you want to drop a little bit of hint of what we're going to talk about next Thursday?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think what we're going to talk about next Thursday, like I said before, we're talking about things that we want to spread into our community. So next week, I think we're going to be talking about joy, what it looks like to be a joyful person, and how that is contagious for those around us, to also feel joy when we're spreading joy. So That's what we're going to talk about next week, and we've got some fun ideas for how you guys can do that in your community.
I love that. Cool.
No,
So that's next Thursday, but we have stuff every day between now and then. So
yes,
just to give you a little heads up of what's coming, we got a calendar here. So today is Thoughtful Thursday. Tomorrow, I hope you guys will be hopping on with me because we got Fortnite Friday, and you guys get to play. I'm terrible, so I need you to help carry me through all of that. Hop in. But yeah, we're gonna play a little bit of Fortnite, and then Saturday and Sunday we got weekend worship. So make sure you watch services with your family. Mondays we have Motivational Mondays, and so guys, on Mondays you're gonna hop in with me, and we're gonna just look at a Bible verse for that day and kind of break it down. And what does it mean for you as a junior high student? We're going to talk through that. And then on Tuesday, we've got Tabletop Tuesdays, which is a little confusing, but it's basically we're playing games. So we've got all kinds of games that we can play online that you can play online with us, and it's going to be a bunch of fun. So hop in. Anyone can play. It doesn't matter if you're good or bad. You don't have to. It's not a video game like Friday is. It's more of a board game or a like interactive game like Pictionary or something. So come play with us. It's gonna be a blast. I'm excited. Yeah.
I cannot wait. And then of course we have Youth Night Live on Wednesdays.
Oh my gosh, yes. Watch Wednesdays. I forgot. Youth Night Live every Wednesday, 6 p.m. That is definitely happening every week. It was awesome last night.
It was so fun last night. I loved it. All right, guys. So that's what we're doing this week. We're writing letters. Make sure you take a picture. Make sure you send it to us on our Instagram. We want to see it. We miss you guys. We absolutely love you. And let's stay connected. All right.
Yep. Bye, guys. Love you all.
Bye, guys.
Wonderful. See ya.